I am a godmother of three. Godmother? This is so ghetto. Godmother. Okay, anyway.
Welcome to the Shelly Show. Welcome to the Shelly Show.
Hey guys, welcome to the Shelly Show where we prosper together. I'm Shelly Elise, and today we are talking about how we can be better godparents. I'm a godmother of three beautiful children, and I love them so much. So I'll be doing my oldest godchild's hands. It's my first time really doing acrylic nails on anybody, like full set, really, all the way. Hopefully it goes well. Wish me luck. If you haven't liked, comment, or subscribed as yet, please feel free to do so right now and press the notification bell so you can be notified of when I post a video. So, let's go. Okay guys, so this is by no means a way of me bragging about me being the best godparent ever, because I am not the best godparent ever. Quite frankly, I am just learning what it is to really be a better godparent and be more engaged and active in my children's lives. So this is a disclaimer. I am learning. We're learning together, okay? Okay, so before we get into it, let's discuss what godparent means. For some of us, godparent is simply standing to the altar with the parents on the day of christening, taking pictures, going to dinner afterwards or lunch afterwards, having this big party, and that's it. Like most of us, we don't check for our godchildren after that one special day. But godparenting is so much more than that christening, because quite frankly, our role begins from the moment we make that vow to God to say that we will be in this child's life. And something that many godparents don't understand or don't realize is that when they come to the altar, they are making a vow that they will be a legal guardian of this child. So if anything happens to the parents, they are going to take full responsibility of that child. So being a godparent isn't something light or easy, or just being there because it's my best friend baby, but you have no level of maturity to handle a child. So when we look at the word godparent, the first word that we see is God. So point number one, you have to represent God. Now, doing that means that you can't be a godparent if you can't pray for the child. You need to be a role model for that child, or be there to cover that child in prayer, because being a parent isn't easy. So you being able to pray for that child takes a lot of weight off their biological parents. Okay, so when I realized the importance of praying for your child or your godchildren, it was this one night I was to work, and to work we host international guests and we have events for them. So this particular night, it was simply for kids, and we host a bunch of games for them, and they were international guests, so the majority of them were white kids, and there were a handful of black kids. So at the end of the night, my coworker that worked the station with water guns, the water game station booth, whatever you want to call it, she told me that there's this one particular black child that came there, and he looked so depressed. She was trying to get him to talk. He wouldn't talk or do anything. And instead of playing with the water gun, like to shoot it, this little boy, who was no more than 7, took the water gun, put it to his head, and pulled the trigger, like committing suicide type of way. She was so stunned, she was so shocked that she was unable to say anything. And that night my heart broke, and I wept and I cried. I wasn't there to witness it, but I just wanted to give that little boy a hug. But that night, it was like God spoke to me in a way to say that we take the role of godparenting so lightly, because most of the kids in society that are a menace, or most of the kids that are troublesome or commit suicide, they had godparents, but the godparents never checked for them. They had people in their lives, but these people weren't active in their lives. So that broke me to the core. And from that day, I was like, God, help me to be a better godparent. So we have to represent God to these God children. So you can't be a godparent if you can't pray for the child. So point number 2, the second part of the word godparent is parent, meaning that you need to be active in the child's life. So that means you have to basically be a parent, another parent. Show up at events. Remember important dates. Get to know them. Get to know their likes and dislikes, their favorite foods. Affirm them. Let them know that they're beautiful. Let them know that they're handsome. You should be close enough to your godchild to have uncomfortable conversations with them like sex. You should be that close because, like I've mentioned previously, you are a legal guardian. So if something was to happen to their parents, as a godparent, you have to step in. And you don't have to step into a child you don't barely know. Now you just have to get to know the child after all the time that you had to know them. So be active in that child's life. Okay, so my third and final point is to support the parents. Listen, parents need all the support that they can get. It takes a village to raise a child. With that being said, baby food, diapers, clothes, they are expensive. You made a commitment to be in that child's life at least until they're 18. Be there, support them. Get some food and clothes. Give them periodically, not just on their birthday. And take them out, take the kids out, because parents need a break sometimes. Children are a lot, especially if they have more than one. And they're always going. So take them out for a day. Let them spend the weekend by you. And parents, if you cannot trust for your children to go by their godparents' house for a weekend or for a day, then that's a problem. You need to be wiser in choosing these parents. These godparents need to be wise in making these decisions, because essentially you are saying that this person should be able to represent you if something was to happen to you. So yeah, and treat these kids, godparents, like they're your own, with respect to their parents. So for me personally, I don't believe in beating kids, but if my godchildren's parents believe that that's the right way to raise their child, then I have to respect that, because that's their decision. Now I can tell them about it or whatever, but that's not my place. So godparents, support the parents, be there for them, be there for the kids. Keep your vow. Keep the vow that you made to God. Let's take this seriously. And I'm saying this to me too, because I need to do a better job of this. Let's take this job seriously.